Hello and welcome to About 6 Acres.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Juana, and it is pouring. I do not like the rain.
I don't like it. My body does not like the rain.
But our onions are loving this.
The goats are not loving it either.
No.
It's sloppy and just very dreary. And it's going to last, I think, all day.
I'm ready for spring. And the spring that kind of rains at night and then everything is pretty in the morning. That's the spring that I'm dreaming of. But since we couldn't do one of the projects that we wanted to do outside today, it's just, there's no chance. We're running some errands. The first stop is
our local nursery, our favorite nursery.
This was one of the first businesses that we found when we moved out into the country.
Yeah. And I say it's literally across the street. It's just over the little highway that goes, but it's 5 minutes away.
One of our biggest tips anytime we're talking to anyone who has, who's starting a homestead or moved is to find a great local nursery that really has similar values to what you have. So for us, obviously growing organic and limiting pesticides and anything like that is huge. And so that's one of the things that this nursery really goes by. And
yeah, so, they do a lot of education, a lot of programs. They even started doing a Thursday night market.
Yeah,
for,
farmers market.
Farmers market for small local farmers. They do native plants, and they're just really knowledgeable and really community oriented.
That's part of our core philosophy with About 6 Acres is land stewardship and just caring and leaving things in a better place. So enough about that. Let's go buy some stuff. We're supposed to be getting some cold too, so everything is covered up. We just got done at the nursery, and we got a couple of cool things.
So, fertilizer of choice, Market Life fertilizer. So I use as a foliar spray, and then I'll do like a dilution of this for our seedlings. And then once they get established, then we'll do the full length on there. But it's got seaweed, kelp, fish, molasses, humic acid, fulvic acid. So it doesn't burn. It's very low NPK on there, but it's all natural products, and it can be again reused. And I'm not having to I'll put down pellets later, but always good to have on hand. And
NPK, if you're not familiar, means nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
This is basically used as our monthly fertilizing program. We'll get this, and sometimes it comes in the bigger gallon we'll have as well. This is our go-to.
Yeah, and we're not sponsored by them or anything. It's just something that we know has worked well to feed our soil. And then the other things that we got
we got many bags of our seed potatoes.
I don't know if I can get it in there, but let me flip you over. So we got some seed potatoes.
Yeah, red potatoes. We only got a few because they'll produce red potatoes.
Red soda, which also look pretty cool. So I know that you can go to the store and just buy organic potatoes and plant them, but you're restricted to whatever is at the store, right? The varieties that are there. And we like to try some of these varieties out because they don't have them at the store.
And seed potatoes are just potatoes that are left that you're just going to use to grow. I don't cut them in half like some people do, or
chit them.
I just put the whole thing in there because I'm like, if you cut them in half, then you have to wait till they scab over or scar over. So I don't do that.
And I don't know that it necessarily yields any more or less. I think it just spreads it out more.
Yeah, you're just.
But maybe you've grown potatoes and you know the answer to that. Let us know, because again, we just plant them whole, and we've had, other than last year when we experimented with grow bags, we've had really, really good success. The grow bags did not work for us, but they've worked for other people. So maybe we try it again, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
We got some more things.
I forgot.
We got some seeds. So there was some half-price seeds. And so I know some of these, you can't see this, but I've always wanted these. Cucamelons. I know some people call them something else. But they're like a cucumber, and it has a little like lemony taste. But these, again, these will take over, but I love snacking on these. So cool. We got more tomatoes, since we'll probably need tomatoes next year. So mortgage lifters again. And I got a different variety of tomatillos. And we're also going to try comfrey. I know that it has medicinal elements to it.
Is it a chop and drop?
Yeah, I think you can do that.
Yeah, but it basically helps with the soil. So anything that we can grow that also helps the soil is best. Because one of the things that we really firmly believe is that you feed the soil, not the plant. And so we want to get our soil as healthy as possible because that will help us down the line.
Again, it may take a while for it to build up, but if you're adding a lot of organic materials and making sure that it has the fungal, it has the microorganisms that it needs and the micronutrients that's in there, then it's got its own ecosystem going. You don't have to worry much.
Yeah. So now for real, we're headed to our next stop, which I don't think is going to be as fun as the nursery. Just saying.
Just got back from running our errands. Our second errand is special because we picked up something for Sean and Gus. Because they are terrors and they ripped apart their little pool/pond. And we know that it's temporary, right? It's one of those kiddie pools. So we're building a more permanent solution down the road. But in the meantime, we had to get them another pool. So I think they'll be happy. Hopefully they don't rip this one apart so early. I think that one lasted about a year.
Because they get really, really aggressive.
Yeah, they are actually like tearing pieces off this old one. So we're gonna we're gonna get this in there for them so they're not like tearing and then getting aggressive and demolishing things.
Literally, they take little pieces and throw it in their bucket, and I don't know why they think it's the best thing ever.
I don't know.
But we need to get them a real pool so that, it's probably healthier for them. So here's 2 temporary solutions that we were hoping not to have to do.
Like a hula hoop for the head. Yay! Sean and Gus, be nice to us. We brought you a gift. We brought you a gift.
So that's what their pool looked like, their old one. They basically just took it completely apart, and we're gonna have to throw it away, which again, we don't prefer to buy plastic, but in this instance, we just needed a solution that would hold them over until we get them their permanent area. And when it comes to geese, they don't need a permanent pond. They just need an area where they can dip their beaks. So they're actually perfectly okay if they had buckets. But we know that they enjoy taking the occasional dip. And so I'm gonna get you your water, don't worry. So we also have some copper pipe fittings just to help keep the algae at bay. But let's go get them water.
You happy? You're welcome.
So they like to put sticks and twigs, and it's one of the things that they do overnight. I don't know how they collect it all, but they enjoy doing that. So at some point this week when it stops raining, we'll go in and clean out all the plastic pieces. And like I said, we'll start mapping out their more permanent area. Let's check on eggs. I don't want them to come out because again, it's raining. And since we don't have Ryan, I just get concerned that they're all over the place and really snippy. But let's see what they have today. Hello, girls. They're so cute. All right, we got 2 eggs here. So beautiful. And I had collected 2 this morning, so I don't know that we're gonna have a lot. And this one is their favorite one. Hi, Phyllis. What do you have there? Can I see what you got there? Oh, nice. This one's a big one. And let's see what else she has. Ooh, do you have another one there? You do. That one's not yours either. All right, Phyllis, I'll let you be because I know you haven't gone yet. Right? Let me see. Nope, you haven't gone yet. All right. So that is our egg collection for the day. I know, girls. They're so nosy. Hi, pretty Meredith. Hi. All right, girls. I'm gonna go now because I have your eggs, and I feel like you're gonna turn against me because I don't have any treats, huh?
It's been pouring like crazy outside, so we've been stuck inside. And we're gonna do a little dinner. We're gonna make pasta for the first time. Pappardelle pasta. Juana hates this because it's a pain in the butt to clean, but I like it. So I'm gonna use it, and I guess I'm gonna have to wash it. But we're using this flour. There's a recipe for the pappardelle pasta, and all it calls for is 400 grams of the pasta, 4 eggs, and a little bit of water. Hopefully it turns out. First time making pasta. If it doesn't come out right, we are not going to show the outcome. Yucky rains.
The girls packed up this igloo with so much stuff that at some point, I don't know how much stuff got stuck between this little area somehow, and the whole thing snapped up and we couldn't get it down, and it was kind of funny watching Midnight trying to be a turtle. She basically walked away with half of that thing. So we just cleaned it out completely, which we felt bad about. We were trying to avoid that because it had so much bedding that we know was keeping them warm, but at this point they weren't going to be warm if they had all kinds of drafts everywhere. So we cleared it out, and we're going to go get some pine turtles. Yep, and then hopefully we'll get it back to normal. Sean and Gus, man, these boys are loud. Lucy refuses to give in. She is strange. But basically, this whole pen is so saturated. We just had torrential downpour, and it's been brutal. So they've made good use of the feeder, which has been nice. But since it's raining so much, they're not going to stand out in the rain. So, we'll have to get to phase 2 soon, which is the barn. What do you think, Lucy? And I'm going to keep drying this so we can get it situated for them. We've been working on making the area for the girls a little bit more comfortable because, as you can see, it's just sopping wet. So we were able to clear up the igloo, and we put some fresh pine bedding in there. Poppy's just enjoying it. Lucy wanted me to give her her own pile, which she's making a nest. Rosa and her girls are just great in here. Put a new layer on as well. And the reason being is we're going to have 15-degree weather in a couple of days. So we want to make sure that they have fresh bedding so that they can stay in there and be comfortable and warm. And Nick is doing the same thing with Cash. You okay, Cash, in there? So Nick took out a lot of the wet bedding, which is what you see on the floor. And you can see there just how much alfalfa they use for their bedding. They just dump it, and that's their fun. But hopefully this will keep them nice and toasty warm. And we're putting some First Saturday Lime just to help with the odor and also to repel some of the insects. But when we get this kind of rain and with the slope that we have in our property, it's just really, really difficult. And I think even if we didn't have a slope, we've seen pictures, it's just this bad all around. So fresh layer of mulch is kind of helping a little bit, but again, it's just treating the symptom, not really the issue. So, and this is all the hay and bedding that was inside the igloo before. So you could just see just how much they had loaded it and why, you know, Minnie walked out like a turtle. Hello, Lucy. You're looking good. It's dusk and it's just really, really pretty right now with the fog. And I don't know that it's captured on the camera as cool as it looks in person, but, you know, just taking a second in the middle of all of this to just enjoy the scenery. How beautiful is that? I think it's slightly better than what it was before. We're praying that a lot of this ground does drain out before the super cold. And yeah, I mean, one day at a time, right, Nick?
It is gross.
It is gross. Check out that fog. All right, good night, ladies. We are going to go in and attempt to make pasta. And good night, Whitey, too. There's a little puddle, and as you can tell, they just do not like water. So he's going to stand there until he figures out how to get around. Let's see if he does. Yay! Good job!
It's a pasta.
What?
It's a pasta.
It's a pasta. Not bad. Here's half the pasta. Let's cook it and see how it turns out. I'm kind of excited about it. It looks much better than I thought it would turn out. But how does it taste? Homemade pasta with some of the chicken left over and some kind of white sauce.
So it's dinner time. I'm getting ready to enjoy our homemade pasta with our chicken, white sauce, marinated tomatoes, and mozzarella and some balsamic olive oil. Also going to enjoy some good sourdough bread that Juana made. Looks like lace. Almost looks like little leather pouches or pieces of leather with the stitching. Awesome. I'm going to dip that into our balsamic olive oil. Little dip here with our Roselle cocktail. Not alcoholic, but yeah. Thank you all for joining and watching. Hope you have a great evening. And again, you're awesome and you are loved. Till next time.